That's crazy, Julio.
Don't be late, don't be late.
Don't be late.
Don't be late for don't see late. Don't be late, it's the vlog, man. What's up?
Hey, don't see late, don't be late, man. It's the Bricc, man. I'm back, man. It's been a long weekend. It's been a long week. I don't know how I keep on getting entangled into these situations when I just be sitting back on my couch, man. Right here in the man cave. We right here cooling. Me and T, man. You know what I'm saying? Around some $1 million shit, kicking some $1 million game. And I keep on getting sucked back in the mother tunnel of the evil internet. But it is what it is. To AD and Cuhmunnity, cause we good. You know what I mean? Everybody over there, we good. We stand where we stand. You know what I mean? I had a talk with AD. Keyway's gonna do what Keyways do, cause you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't like the fact that I said niggas did some hoe shit. Now, me, I'ma just go over it. I ain't gonna stick. This ain't to put no new aroma in the air or nothing. Me personally, I come from the get cracking or shut up era, right? So when you see me not responding to shit and all that, if a nigga didn't get cracking, like for instance, when the Snoopy battle occurred at the office and we got into it, the security guards pulled me back. I never got action at getting my man, right? So I didn't come out of there, oh, I got a W and da-da-da-da. I wasn't bragging about it because, you know what I mean, I was more upset like that we even exposed our hand and couldn't get it in, cuz. So, you know what I mean, I be on shit like that. So when I see a motherfucker trying to get a camera angle on him pressing something and he don't get off, and I don't know, they say they was just pulling up to talk and my boys start backing up, so we gonna get into that part also. So they say they just pulled up to talk. That's what AD say on the horn, cuz on 6-0. Cuz wasn't on no buster shit. Cuz was keeping the G at the same time. You know what I'm saying? My 2-seat nigga, cuz gonna stand on what he stand on, cuz, you know what I mean? But it was like, alright, if you was going to talk, that's one thing. Make that generally known to everybody that you was going to talk, because if you going off a nigga talking and you getting in arm's reach and you a big old nigga and you didn't put nothing down to me, you didn't represent the C's right. So hood, like, you get what I'm saying, nigga? That mission is over. Like, it's a burnt mission. Didn't nobody win out of that. You know what I'm saying? Now Dubb started backing up. Dubb alleged had his jury on at the show by himself, no security, 4 niggas around him, cause he backing up. The rule to squabbling more niggas than you is never let a nigga get behind you. You get what I'm saying? So if a nigga gonna get cracking, which I don't think me in the position that I'm in, I would have been able to back up. But I be like on some whole different shit. This is businessman. This is a nigga that's conducting business. He pulling up to make a drop off. Him and AD got a cool relationship. So AD homeboys coming at him out of the blind. I can see that throwing his head off a little bit, because I know my boys keep his head out of certain politics. Everybody want to see me cover this situation, so I'm going to cover it in depth. I'm not about to yell. I'm not about to do all this. I don't have nothing to do with the shit. It wasn't me. It was Desto Dubb. He his own man. If he want to go, you know what I mean, do whatever he gonna do, or however he gonna play it, he gonna play it. But me as a no jumper employee and a keyway at the same time, bro, my whole thing about I pray a nigga keep that energy is exactly what I said. Motherfuckers talk about prayers get answered and all that. We gonna put all that out, because I guess it's a misunderstanding. So me and Cuhmunnity, we straight. But a motherfucker ain't approaching me with that type of energy on the streets without getting off, because I would have forced the nigga's hand, is what I was saying. I'm gonna force your hand. I'm gonna order what you, so what you, and all that, cuz on 6-0. So I'm like a whole different disrespectful nigga. And therefore, I just didn't like what I said. And of course, that being my family member that also being AD's family member, it just seemed kind of out of pocket. Cause like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all get into it with Adam on 6-0. Y'all Crips on the dead homies. Cause y'all go get Adam, go holla at Adam, whatever y'all gotta do with Adam. We don't be sitting here. I don't even know who the Ace Boys is. I always ask where it's Cuz from. I never met Cuz, never met Pun or Trey before. I don't know where them niggas from. I just found out one from Insane, one from Southside. Alright, that's cool. I'm rolling, that's straight. Dead homies. But at the end of the day, I'm going to draw a line in the sand every time about my people. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to do too much talk about it. I ain't going to linger around on the situation. Shout out AD, shout out the community. We straight. And it's the last time we gonna bump heads over podcasting. That go for Back on Fig. That go for any gang member. That go for community. That go for any gang platform in LA. On the dead homies. What niggas do on the clock and what niggas do on their own time, start separating that shit, bro. Cause I'm not gonna be here to be the bigger man every single time. I can't promise that, cuz I can't promise you that I'ma just nip shit in the bud and do all that shit. I am new to the media space, so I do, you know what I mean? I am gonna give passes and give, you know what I mean? Because some people do shit for content, some people do shit for other shit. We don't know. That one didn't seem like they was trying to get cracking. Because they would have got cracking. So we gon' even it out. And we just gonna say, shout out community. Shout out my boy AD. If it wasn't for AD, a lot of shit probably would be haywire right now. Because I'm not gonna put it out there. And people like, oh, don't let him trick you into this shit. It ain't even that. It's like, I know how to keep y'all name out of my mouth. I know how not to say, oh, this nigga and these people around there. If you say them people at No Jumper and them Buster ass No Jumper niggas and this, that, and the other, that happens to be me. I happen to work at No Jumper. So, you know what I mean? A motherfucker need to put an address on what they saying or just don't speak at all on the nigga situation and we'll be straight. So, with that being said, we moving on. Hood. And Bricc always in the middle of something. My bad, man. Don't be late, man. Y'all still tapped in? Because I am, man. Yeah, I mean, the fumble of the week on the dead homies. The fumble of the week is, what's her name? It ain't even Fannie Mae. Willie. Fannie Willie. Her name is, damn, cuz. Well, it's the DA. Love something. I forget what they said her name was. I want to say Love or whatever it is. The lady with the fucked up Tony Braxton comb over. The Nick Carter joint, the Backstreet Boys joint, the NSYNC special. You know what I mean? She got a shaved in part. The bitch going crazy with the haircut. She got the sickest haircut in the trial right now, cuz on the dead hubbies. Oh, baby back head having ass. What is you talking about? That bitch shit go flat in the back. Fucking box head having ass. Toaster strudel head having ass, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? Nah, but she got the fumble of the week. Alright, so the lady, they had opening statements for the YSL trial, the RICO trial. The first thing she did, she came out and she was presenting the facts. What she did, it was a motion to suppress that was submitted by Brian Steele and the whole defense team on the defendant side of the YSL trial. The motion to suppress all evidence is to bring any and everything that you have on my defendant, anything that you have on the case, what you're going to use in trial, what you have. So it's a motion to suppress. Brian Steele entered the motion to suppress, that all the evidence was presented. So now she's presenting shit, stories and slides in her open statement that Brian Steele, and why it matters is because Brian Steele didn't have enough time to study to counter what the DA is saying. So it's all new, and he got to come up with a game plan right there. If you guys know anything about trial, it's about who puts on the best show for the jury in order to win their hearts over and win their brains over, so they can get a conviction or they can get a not guilty. You know what I mean? Like, get it, what do you call, acquitted. However it goes. So in the act of putting on her show, she has an opening statement. The opening statement, she's presenting facts that she never let Brian Steele study. So immediately, that's fumble number one. She fumbled like 3 or 4 times on the play. Then she goes to her not having enough evidence. Shout out my boy Lil Jeff, man. He coming home. He coming home. It ain't no way he's not coming home. She goes in off the rip. Mind you, it ain't been no cross-examination. It ain't been no arguments. It ain't been nothing, right? I'm sick, so she goes off the rip and switches the burden on to the jury. She switches the burden on to the YSL members and their defense. Talking about, you're going to see that they're not going to have any evidence to prove that they are not YSL and they're not this and that and the other. And what she did was, it's called a burden shift. The criminals in this case, or the suspected criminals in this case, are presumed innocent until found guilty, right? So what she was doing was making them guilty, and she wanted them to prove that they were innocent and not a part of the gang, and what they were doing was not a part of the street criminal, or you know what I mean, the ring, the RICO, all that criminal organization ring that they got going on. So, and the racketeering and all that. And with no evidence pointing that they are, she puts it on them. She brings up a gang that during me, YSL, Mondo, Adam, and I, we did an interview maybe 6 months ago. YSL Mondo was there, and I was covering, and I hope they didn't get it from my interview, man. Please, like, y'all got a guilty conscience now, because I never heard the niggas say nothing about Rock Crew before this. And I was saying that Raised on Cleveland was the Rock Crew at first. That was the Rock Crew. She said, and then that was alleged. Everything's alleged that I'm talking about. And she said that the Rock Crew was the beginning of YSL, and when the group split up, they were under Sex, Money, Murder, and I don't know too much about that. I don't know nothing about YSL being a blood gang. They really got me on my tippies right now, but they separated from Raised on Cleveland, and they started their own section down there. I guess Raised on Cleveland was the bigger blood gang right there, and Jeffrey and a few of his friends branched off and started their own little clique over there, which was seen to me as removing himself from a blood gang and starting his own record label and clique to get himself out of the trouble that the rest of the neighborhood was getting in. Now you can look at it both ways. She's saying that he started some shit because of his cunning and his money and all of that he reversed it and started a gang up under him and started calling shots out the gang. She has no evidence pointing towards Thug and murders. One of the other defendants, I think his name is Sheldon. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. Shannon Stillwell. So Shannon Stillwell, lawyer, he came in and he made a couple vocal points that definitely need to be covered. The YSL defense team is whooping the DA's ass right now. What you didn't know was you had 6 power attorneys going up against 1 or 2 ladies, or however many ladies that they got on this case, or even if it's men in the DA position, but they're going up against the most prominent lawyers in the Atlanta area. There might be missing one or two, and that might be due to financial. You know what I mean? Because I don't see Daniel Kane. I don't see Wolf right there. I see Steve. I see Steele. You know, I spent a lot of time in Atlanta. So it's a couple heavy hitters that they did leave off of the shit. Maybe the people couldn't cover it financially. But what Shannon Stillwell's lawyer came in and said was that these people got kids and all that to feed. He's been convicted of a crime in 2019 or years before that of selling drugs, and they saying that this was all to benefit for the gang. And you have no receipts of nobody turning in no money to Jeffrey. They're not bringing back their tithes and offerings like they at church. They not buying guns and putting them in the hood. Everybody's doing for self. There's no structure. And she's trying to, the DA lady's trying to intertwine structure and just like some young kids that's out in the streets. And Shannon Stillwell's lawyer goes on to state that there's 1,000 people in Atlanta selling drugs. None of them are getting racketeering cases. None of them are up against this type of heat over their drug dealing cases. There's no, you know what I'm saying? They're not trying to say that they were trying to benefit a gang, and they all belong to a group of people, more than 3 people that, you get what I'm saying, that all have signs and identify to the prosecution as gang members. Also, he painted a picture about when people get into Fulton County Jail. And the living conditions of Fulton County Jail that'll drive a regular man insane. You get what I'm saying? So when you offer somebody who's there's been like 3 or 4 inmates that died over the last year due to the conditions of the jail. One was eaten alive by bugs. Another one was, I forgot what the girl died for. It was a lot of like health conditions that was caused by the filth of the jail and the bacterias and viruses that come along with that. The staph viruses, all the little, you know, it's all type of stuff that comes along with it. This nigga Sharp called. I'm pick up. Fuck it. I'm right. I'm doing the segment right now, man. My nigga Shark the P calling right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stop that. I should. Big business, man. I just was explaining to the world about the YSL trial, but also how they funnel me into all type of bullshit that I don't even have nothing to do with. I don't even know why Bricc Baby's even the top. Yeah, bro. They funnel me into shit every week. I've been trying to create a magnetic force of good energy, and it's like they gotta keep up.
Let me ask you, what's your take on all this for you and your name constantly coming up? Like, how do you feel? Like, when you always, whether it's good or bad, you constantly hear, did you like it? Did you fuck with it? Do you feel like, damn, I kind of wish I didn't step off in the spotlight?
It's irritating, but it shows that I'm reaching the world. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the world, but it's like the world don't need to be waiting on my every move. I feel like I fuck with y'all, know that I'm a gangster, but nigga, don't look at me to react on every situation, bro. Because nigga, I got a family, I got kids and shit too, bro. I'm not no little ass kid running around this motherfucker. We look a little bit younger than what we is, church, and that's what it.
You got an interview coming.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what we gotta do. We gotta sit there. Man, you already know, Bricc Baby in the Shark Tank, man, coming near you, man.
It's only right.
It's only right.
It's only right.
I mean, you right there. You the historian that's covering the Bricc Baby side of the Bible, man.
I have to be a part of history.
Yeah, you got to.
You know, I got to be a part of the Bricc Baby saga. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Capturing these events.
That's what I'm saying. My boy, he be right there with me, side by side, man. Damn near every time some bullshit happens since we locked in. I'm gonna call you when I get off. I got like 10 more minutes.
Much love. Do your thing.
You already know it's love.
Sure.
Yo, yeah, so I know I was somewhere with Oh, he was covering. Yeah, I like how I bounce right back and I don't take no notes. Don't be late, man. Don't be late, man. I'm handing out tardy slips to this motherfucker, cuz. But yeah. So he was covering the conditions of the jail. So it was multiple events that happened in the jail, and you know what I mean, like he was describing the conditions of the jail. Then he was describing the conditions of a criminal in jail that once out doesn't financially have the means to bail out or who get a lawyer that's going, you know what I mean, do the right thing in their case. So, or fight for them. They don't have the finances in order to get a lawyer that doesn't work for the government. So I don't have to shorten it for you guys. I know sometimes I do hood shit and just shorten it real quick. Try to move on. So, what it is that these people would never willingly snitch. They would never willingly, and these are criminals, so you can't take their word. These are criminals. They will do whatever. There's no honor amongst thieves. So, you present the conditions of the jails, then you present the type of caliber of people that these people are, and they're going inside of the interrogation room, telling them I can't be there, I don't want to be there for a night, I'm not a jail person. Woo. So they willing to give up a little bit more info to get the fuck on than they would in the first place. You get where I'm going with this? Like, the conditions of the jail, them not seeing their family, them being party crips. You know what I mean? They want to get back to the streets so bad that they're willing to tell the police any and everything that they don't know. They'll make up a story in order to exit them out, because the people that they're going to give the information on, they don't have any loyalty to these people anymore. You got people that's jealous of young thugs. And some people say relatively fast, he skyrocketed to the top. He was at the bottom with all these peasants. They was in the same realm. They was in the same tax bracket. And then he shoots off. And everybody that was riding with YSL out of popularity and wanting to be down and whatever might have occurred, this series of events, now let's blame it all on Thug because he's the one who has the money. So any chance that we get, let's go in here and put the blame off on him, because there's like I said, and Swamp Story says it a lot, like in Atlanta there's no real way that they're dealing with snitch. I mean, they dealing with it how they deal with it, but that's an area where you could potentially go right back outside after telling on somebody. So people who tell them, or they might have moved from Cleveland Avenue to Capitol Road, or Cleveland Avenue to Chandler Road, you know what I mean, or Gwinnett, got the fuck up out of there. Now they catch a case, they telling on everybody on Cleveland Avenue in order to get out. Because these people don't fuck around with each other no more. And the conditions of the jail, they would have never told. But the conditions of the jail, them thinking about they bitch fucking another nigga, or a nigga laying up with their baby, instead of just taking the time for the crime that they did, they're willing to go in and talk to the police. And the police know this. So what Shannon Stillwell's lawyer is doing, he's eating these folks up. He's showing, like, I like his approach. He's showing that these criminals, these the people whose word that you're standing on. This is the only people that's came forward. You have no eyewitnesses. That's regular civilians. You have no eyewitnesses. These are all people that were no longer a part of the YSL saga. They no longer can travel with Thug, no longer can kick it, no free food, no free fucking on the bitches. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's over with. So they want to see the whole show over with. You know, we seen it millions of times happen. But he attacked the lawyer. So he attacked the prosecution. I like what he did. He also, motherfucker, I'm about to just put my shit on airplane mode at this point. The motherfuckers be wondering why I don't pick up for him. That shit weird to the motherfucker. But, yeah, so he eating the prosecution alive. The lady has no chance of fucking with him. Then I seen Brian Still's opening statement. he immediately, all the evidence that they had against Young Thug is pictures, social media, and lyrics. That's the only thing they have about him. He broke down all the lyrics. He broke down everything. They talk about that he was taking a picture, throwing up the B, and the B was upside down. He was throwing up a P for the Pusha P single that they just had dropped. And as you know, because it's going viral everywhere right now, the lawyer said Pusha P was pushing positivity. But positivity and Pusha P, even if they was pushing player shit, like a big old player, like, you get what I'm saying? When you pushing P, positivity, player shit, that's all positive. Like, in the gang community or in the streets, like, when you pushing P, you on some player shit, you on some positive shit. You really are pushing positivity, like, as you pushing the code that everybody rock with when you pushing P. Like, man, that nigga keeping it playing, bro. You know what I mean? He keeping it playing. Like, some niggas say pimping, whatever, but it's all a positive statement. Like, if somebody walk down the street like, oh yeah, look at bro, he pushing P. Like, you know what I mean? The ops understand that he pushing P. And, you know what I mean? Like, we all understand what pushing P is. It is a positive gesture. No matter if you put positivity there or pushing player agenda, whatever the fuck you pushing, and you pushing P. So, they tried to say that he created this word slat and slime and all this shit. And at the end of the day, you guys are watching this in 4K like me. That's what I wanted to cover. I always say, when the lawyer get in there talking, he's going to say some shit that sounds like some snitch shit when he's fighting the trial all the time, because his objective is to get his mans off by any cost. Like, they say shit that we could never say. Like, he was like, oh yeah, slime originated from Lil Wayne, and they shit, and Thug, Jeffrey Williams, he copied off of Lil Wayne. That was his favorite rapper. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was just certain shit that he was making, which, if a motherfucker would have said that in the interrogation room to the police, it would have sounded kind of crazy. You get what I'm saying? So, like, just take heed to what I'm telling you. I'm not saying that, like, it goes back to the Gunna situation and all that, and me just telling y'all, just wait till the end of the trial in order to judge a motherfucker a snitch or not. Did he do some shit that I wouldn't have did? Of course. I'm not saying that he didn't. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people tend to disappoint people throughout a trial. Like, this is the toughest time of people's lives, especially when you get to talk about football numbers and all that. Them double digits and all that. Nigga ain't trying to hear that. So you tell a nigga that's fighting double digits he could go home today, and that's what Shannon Stillwell's lawyer was hitting to also. Like, 9 times out of 10, they'll make a good story up for you to get the fuck up out of your face. You get what I'm saying? And then come sit and lie. Who the fuck is they to lie under oath? This is what they do. I'ma tell a lie under oath. You know what I mean? But, also, Thug's lawyer, niggas is just going crazy on my phone. I can't do shit around here. Also, Brian Steele, I like how he attacked all in the opening statements. He went against all the evidence. He puts up all the exhibits, and it's all Instagram, and there's no physical evidence proving that Thug partook in a murder. You can't say that I rented a car and let somebody drive it, and now everybody in the car. This shit happened 2015. Why didn't anybody come forth and say that they had something to do with the crime and Thug forced them to do the crime before the charges was trumped up against them? You get what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden there's trumped up charges, and now Thug is the one to blame because he's the only one that has the finances to fight this. So let's throw him all the way under the bus. Let's take his conversations that he's having in group chats and use it against him. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, we talk about a lot of people every day. Do we try to get justice, street justice on everybody we talk about? No. We sit here, lie, cap, shoot the shit with each other a lot. This is what rappers do. You know what I mean? Like, niggas rap about having 100 million and Bugattis and all that. And nigga, it ain't even that many Bugattis that ever been sold in America. Let's be real, bro. Nobody spending 1.5, 2.5 on the car, my nigga, before they have a house. I don't see it happening. Niggas is speaking shit into existence, though. That's what's going on. Like, we trying to manifest being rich. We trying to manifest this shit. Like, that nigga talk about shoot, shoot, kill, kill in the song. That's because that's what the streets want to hear. And in order to advance and get to where these higher ups are living at, we might have to cap a little bit in our rap in order to get to the next level. Not saying that a nigga won't shoot a nigga, but a nigga's not gonna rap about a crime that was committed in the field on their song. It's no way possible that that's what's going on. When your friends hear it, they gonna be like, bro, you tripping, you saying too much. Like, if you don't got friends like that, you don't need them around you. But they wanted to open the statements, YSL trial. I'm gonna be covering the whole trial. Unfortunately, I've been sucked into the trial. I didn't want to be like the cliche fucking YouTuber and just cover YSL shit because it's getting hits, but it's because this is my brother fighting for his life right now. So at this point, I'm just right here for the ride. I ain't missing no nothing. And I'm going to give it to you straight across the board every time. I'm not siding with Thug. I'm not siding with the DA. I'm calling a spade and calling it straight down the middle.